Alright, so here is my final presentation for my project in graphics. So I've made some changes from earlier. Is now the ground has gravel effects as well as the grass. So the general premise of the game is that you'll go into this castle and you'll collect a bunch of stuff that has different values, and you try and gather as much stuff as you can with as much high value as you can. So one of the things I'm demonstrating in this is an inventory, which if you press E, it opens it up. Currently we got nothing because we're just now starting. So then I've added some animations in as well for the hands and all. So when you're walking around, you've got this little jogging animation, and then you've got an animation of just resting. Then if you walk up to something and interact with it, like the door, you open it up, is you'll stick your hand out and interact with it. That includes like picking something up. So if you look now, we have the thing. And then there's one more added in, which is given that it's nighttime and that you're kind of exploring, that you needed a way to make it even brighter so you could see more. So if you click the button, you'll extend out the torch and things will get brighter. I'm not sure if the video will capture the change in light, but it is present. And then you extend out the torch. So the idea is you go around in the game and you pick stuff up. Some of the things that you would pick up are a bit small, so one of the better examples for that is like, say, the goblet. Is you can click on the top or on the side. I've added in an invisible mesh to where now it counts as also the cup. The best example of that is in necklaces. So if you've got this little pearl necklace, it's hard to get just over it, so you'll select it, but now the whole circle inside also counts as the pearl necklace. So that was one of the parts that I've added with it as well. So you just kind of walk around and you pick stuff up, and it all has a different value. So when you hover over something, it'll show up the value in red, and then it'll list the item name below it and a picture of the item. So you've got a sacred urn, which is worth 100, 10, on and on. And so if you go, oh man, this pot's only worth 1, you can click it and remove it from your inventory, and now it's got none of the stuff and it doesn't have anything listed. So then you press E and you go back into the world, and now you can replace it with a cup. So that's the gist of the project. I'll walk around a little bit more and kind of show the different stuff you can pick up and the level. And yeah. One more thing is that the torch I have is animated as well. It's set to go onto the hand no matter where it moves. And then I've used a couple different meshes to make the torch itself. So there's like spider webs, and then wood, and then the flame effect as well. And it changes with intensity and how far it goes with a certain amount of time, so that way it gives it a little more natural feel. So yeah, that's the general premise. Is here's the top of the castle, and you can also go along the bottom and walk on the walls. So this is the general premise of what I've been doing. It's also nighttime, so to get that proper effect, I had the usual way of lighting level I got rid of, and had it where it's only the skylight, which is basically the stars, and then had a nice gradient made, changed the clouds, and I also made it where the world gets a blue tint if it's outside, so that kind of adds to the nighttime feel, is that everything's got this kind of darkish blue tint on the walls, and then that gets overdone by the torch as you approach it. So that's about it. Thank you, and have a good one.